They're not like us, people. They're just not like us. I got another something something in my subscription feed, my homepage of YouTube. A huge Venba sale. It's like the third time I've got it in the last 2 days, and which is weird because I unsubscribed from the guy. I even clicked those little three dots to tell Google I am not interested in this or anything like it. They still keep sending it to me. And once again, I just do not know. Did these guys have some kind of childhood dream of one day selling fragrances to people over the internet? You can see the title right there. It says Goofy Without a Check. So, I think some white guy, he was white as the driven snow. And he said, he quoted Kendrick Lamar, which is odd that this square white guy is listening to Kendrick Lamar. He said the phrase "goofy with a check." Of course, he doesn't know what it means because he's a white guy with a square ass job. Let me explain it to you, Caucasian types. Goofy with a check, and I now caught up and listened to the music of Kendrick Lamar. I was never a big fan, but I do like how he drags Drake through the mud where he belongs. That poser, that wannabe Drake, which I can't stand. I don't think anybody has street cred when they come from a soap opera for children. But let me explain it to you. I don't want to call you guys. I'm trying to leave the stream up today. You Caucasians. Goofy with a check means a rapper, somebody from somebody that's not from the streets, a square, who suddenly gets rap money and tries to be cool. And I'm just saying, this person, not exactly, he ain't exactly from the hood. Ain't no hood in him. Ain't no street in him. I bet all his neighborhoods had sidewalks. They all got the street signs ain't even crooked the way this guy grew up. But somehow he's quoting rappers. Goofy with a check would honestly mean him if he had more money, which he doesn't because he's just a decant because he can't get the full product when he does his full reviews. It's insane. I saw a clip. YouTube stopped sending me these. And it said, I drove an hour and a half for this fragrance, which was some shitty fucking YSL parfum. YSL fucking myself parfum. He just had to have it that day, and we all know why. So that he could be the first, because we know he ain't the best. We know he's not going to be the most accurate. We know he's not going to be entertaining. But he can be the first. He can drive an hour and a half there and probably 2 hours back in traffic so that he can be the first. And before the box is even open, he says, get ready for me tomorrow morning for my full review. In a day. Fragrance dude chill. Full review. I saw a funny one. He said, I'm really becoming a fan because his content is so terrible that it's entertaining. He said, I'm ready for my full review. I've worn it 5 times. I've worn it 5 times. I'm working on a video, and it took me a while, about 14 years. I think I'm ready to talk about this fragrance. As you can see, I've worn it more than 5 times. I think I know a little bit about it. I've worn it 5 times, and I'm ready for the full review. I don't know where these jokers get an audience. Some have accused these people of buying subscribers. And some take their pocketbook like if I'm counting it, like real seriously. They're real sensitive. I never called that guy a brokey. Although he has brokey tendencies. I assumed he had a good job. And I will still assume that until I see otherwise. But the decants, man, No one's ever, still to this day, no one's ever told me how they could do a review without actually having the product. I just go do a review of a restaurant, drive by and smell it. Hey, you guys, I just drove by Texas Roadhouse. Now I haven't eaten anything, but let me tell you something. First, let me explain to you the point of decants. I seen this post on Oda Jerks, and everybody was giving the person that posted this hell, but I agreed with the lady. She said, look, I'm selling decants for the purpose that you'll try my fragrances and make a decision whether to purchase them or not. They're not meant to be full bottles. They're not meant to be the purchase. They're meant to tell you whether you know which bottles you want to purchase. Everybody gave her crap, but that is the reason for the decant. That is the reason I buy them. See this sample from Louis Vuitton right here. It's very small. This is as small as it has to be. Because at the price tag of $350, I'm pretty familiar with Louis Vuitton. I just got to know if it stinks. I just got to know if it's some kind of unwearable mess. By the way, this is Louis Vuitton Lovers. And I could make a video about it since I've worn it twice. But I think I'll get some actual experience with the fragrance. Maybe even, I don't know, even though I don't do reviews, maybe even show you what the bottle looks like, because the bottle's pretty unique. I don't know. That's just me. But my scent of the day is the scent elixir. And this scent is right on the cusp, right on the border of good fragrance to great fragrance, but it just sits at that good fragrance border. And it's pretty good. I got some more scents than some of these brokies anyways. You got to wonder which one of these people are buying their subscribers. Because at 8,000 subscribers, to only scrape up like less than 1,000 views per video, when I have 1,000 subscribers and I get somewhere between like 400 or 500 and 1,000, what are those other 7,000 subscribers doing? Are they there? Do they exist? I don't know. Something seems very suspect. I won't say this person buys subscribers. What I will say is he does the cheap, lazy, worthless thing that a lot of content creators do, and that's create a lot of shorts. They don't mind making a bunch of content and getting subscribers that will never watch them. They will never watch them, which they only want to see. My subscribers, I have 1,000, 500 to 1,000 watch what I put up. That means most, if not all of them, watch them. And on a bad day, about half of them watch what I make. See, that means something. When you have 8,000, 10,000, I've seen guys with like, 20,000, 40,000. If you just got them putting up a bunch of shorts and they don't watch you, you really didn't get subscribers, did you? You got a little number on your page that you can point at and say, I'm a real reviewer. And for that, you're an absolute, complete, utter joke. Meadow Breeze. Meadow Breeze. Is that a Barrett fragrance? I may have that. That might be Green Valley. It's actually pretty good. We're gonna try to leave this. We're gonna try to leave this stream up and get some watch hours, because YouTube has burned me for thousands of hours of watch hours, because I don't have enough viewers to pay me, but I have enough viewers for them to put ads on my stuff and take the money without giving me any of it. We're gonna try to leave some of these streams up and get our watch hours back that they stole. The filthy YouTube bastards. By the way, I don't think this gets enough shine. When I seen the amount that I had left, I immediately bought the biggest bottle that they have. I think it's a 5 ounce. The thing's humongous. I got the EDP too, another 5 ounce or so. I've got my fill of Dolce and Gabbana. The one, look how old it is. All the letters came off it. It's all stained from like the condensation of the shower. It's just a masterpiece, even still. 14 years later. Actually, my very first purchase of a fragrance as an adult. I got this and I got the light blue at the same time. It was my very first fragrance. Very first time I purchased from Fragrance Net. By the way, this Louis Vuitton Lovers, I'll talk more about it when I get the bottle. Hello, Jonathan. This fragrance is one of the most amazing fragrances I've ever smelled. And at the same time, I cannot recommend it to you guys because it's very different. Very different. I don't know what these people are talking about. They say it smells like pickles or something. It doesn't smell like pickle juice. I think they got broken noses. Oh no. Oh no. Who is this? No. Chaz? I'm gonna go on record as saying Chaz Stinkwell, you enemy. I do not watch your content. Do not watch it. Nor will I ever. Although I have heard that the Oda Frodica video is very popular. Not that I've watched it. I haven't. I do not. I do not condone Chaz Stinkwell. We don't block anybody here. We're not. We're not little sissy lalas. Well, I've smelled so much amazing stuff. I got another one here. You know the reason I like that Louis Vuitton because there's a little hint in the background of that Santal 33 with all that sandalwood. It's some greenness. It literally smells like trees and branches with that Santal in the background, and it smells a little bit like this, a little bit of this Chanel sycamore. Oh, this is heaven. This is heaven. This is. I'm waiting to kind of drain this down a little bit before I plop the over $400 that this costs. Eau de Prodica. Eau de Zerjaffica. I saw this video from like, I don't know, like a year or two ago from BP Wool, and it's called Why I Love Eau de Erica. And he starts saying these things, and I thought it was hilarious. I don't think he meant for it to be funny, but I'm a big fan of his. And then one of the things he said in the video just had me cracking up years later is he goes, I noticed she's doing a lot of Zerjoff content. I hope she just likes the brand and she just doesn't, start shilling this on us. And years later, like half her content is Zerjoff. Do I know where to get Louis Vuitton fragrances on discount? No. Nobody does. I even told Louis Vuitton, I said, look, bro, look, Louis, I'll buy your whole line if I could get a discount. You know what they said? They said, no, we don't do discounts here. That's what they told me. Like, ain't no chance in hell of a discount. They didn't say, I'm sorry. They didn't they didn't say we don't have any available at this time. They said we're Louis Vuitton, bitch. We don't do fucking discounts. Take your ass to Fragrance Net. That's a damn shame too, because I'm getting into some other stuff I see on that website. I might just have to drop $800 on a pair of sunglasses. RTU, if you guys don't know, his name is Review Tech USA, is the absolute prime, perfect example of fake it until you make it. This clown, this guy, the first thing he did was he was a brokey with no subscribers or views, and he said, "I'm quitting my job to become a full-time YouTuber." He didn't have a job. "I'm quitting retail." Retail ended up being he worked at Target. And I said, "Bro, you're only going to be making like minimum wage. You're going to quit your job just to make the same pay you make at Target. Why don't you do both? Are you lazy?" "You don't know. You don't know me." And then I accused him of living at his mom's house. And then months later, he finally moves out and he says, "Whew, I can finally move out of my mom's house. I can look at the mattress I'm sleeping on." It was like a twin size mattress on the floor. Again, I was right, even though he called me a liar. He did indeed live in that full size mattress. And then he said he moved out. And then, like a year later, somebody noticed, "Wait a minute, look at those walls and look at those cabinets. You're still living at your mom's house." Well, it turns out he moved into the guest house of his mom's house. He still lived there. I was right yet again. I've been right on so much stuff. And then one time, we were both a couple of greasy fat fucks. I was like 302, 302 pounds at 5'8", which means I was fat as shit. This dude was like 4 something, like 480. So I said, "You know what? I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna lift some weights. No cardio. I'm gonna stop eating shit. I'm gonna eat much less shit, let's just say." So I ended up dropping like 115 pounds. And he ended up dropping, I don't know how much, but he did end up getting under 300. And oh, he was so proud. He took pictures. He was like posing. He was on Alan Roberts' channel talking about, how he did it. He was so proud. And I said, "Rich, you're not lifting any weights. You're just doing cardio like a woman. Like, that's not gonna, all you're doing is losing muscle and some fat and a bunch of water. Like, you will be a fat fuck again." Well, here we are. He's even fatter, or at least as fat. Me, I went down to 185. I'm probably 215 right now. So over the course of, I don't know how many years it's been, like 10 years, to have lost 100 pounds and only gain like 30 of it back in like 10 years. I think I've done pretty well. But this fat, greasy bastard, he just sits there like fucking Jabba the Hutt. So once again, I was right. You can't starve yourself with protein chips. Go to Planet Fitness and only get on the elliptical and think you're going to just be fine for the rest of your life. So everything I've said about this clown has been completely 100% true. And I'm glad to see his failure come back in full fruition for me to laugh at. I still say he went and got weight loss surgery and ate his way through it. He ate through that wall. Just like the wall they're going to have to cut out for him to leave his house, his mom's house. Oh my God, this guy used to come on and be like, "You're a troll. You're a grown man. What must your children think?" It's always the last desperate reach of a clown to try to bring up family or children. I don't know. Why don't you ask my children? One has graduated college, one is in college, one has his own apartment, and the other one just graduated. So, high school. So, why don't you go ask them, Mr. Comes from a broken home, had children out of wedlock? How's those kids? Since you want to get personal, how those kids end up? And I don't want to go into the medical issues of his children, but hey, when you're all drugged up, the deadbeat dad that he is, drugged up with the children in the house, his mom begging him to take care of them. Oh yeah, I've done a little research where his mom comes in begging him to get off the stream to take care of his own children, and he says, "Mom, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Now this is gonna be all over the internet." Yeah, he celebrated it all right. Look at him now. Look at him now. Rich is so destitute, and his channel is in such disarray. He's eventually going to have to get, which scares the crap out of him, but not me because I've always done this, a real job. A real job. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Christmas came early for him. I just came back from shopping. I think I got a shirt, and my wife got a bathing suit. I didn't see no fragrances I liked. Of course, I shop online. I bought another chopard. Every day is Christmas for me, Rich. Every goddamn day. I'm gonna go swimming in a little bit. I'm gonna go hit the pool. What's Rich gonna do? Is he gonna go back on the elliptical? This fat fucking chicken pot pie looking motherfucker. I don't watch nobody in the gaming community. Gaming is dead. I went on a little shopping spree one day, and I said, "You want to get? I'm gonna get a little bit back into gaming." And I bought the new Mortal Kombat. I bought the new Tekken. And I re-upped my Xbox Live, and I still haven't played any of them. You know, the thing about these people that smoke weed, and a lot of them, we don't tell them the truth. And the truth is that while they think weed is harmless, because no, you're probably not going to get lung cancer, we don't really know. I mean, you are smoking a bunch of tar, but you're not going to get the chemicals of cigarettes. But it's the most dangerous drug because I can have some drinks today and maybe even feel a little sluggish in the morning, but I'll be fine the rest of the week. These potheads, all their ambition is just absolutely destroyed. Unless you're some MMA fighter toking up before you get onto the mat to do some grappling, unless you're that kind of guy, weed it just destroys your life. That's why I don't ever touch it. The man is a drug addict. It's clear as day. He can't even function. I know guys that they put in a hard day's work and they come home and they have a little bit of drink, they have a little bit of weed, then they're fine the next day. This guy gets blitzed out of his mind, wonders why his life and his marriage are in shambles. Maybe it's because you're drugged out all the time and you're not taking care of your children. Could that be why? So just like Boogie 2988, remember him? Everybody said you're just jealous of him. You're just jealous of him because he makes more money than you. And come to find out, he actually, in the 14 years I've been watching YouTube, he's made more money than me, like maybe like a couple of those years, and the whole rest of the money, the whole rest of the years, like he's made significantly less than me. Yet you're just jealous of it. Oh no, that if the Lord were to put me in the body of Boogie 2988, I would curse the Lord, whatever religion I was in. It would be the ultimate nightmare to have his life of scamming people. That's what these guys are. And I'm in this fragrance community now, and now we have the same thing. Instead of reading articles, we have fragrance salesmen. Why is somebody posting 3 Venba sales on his fucking community page? For what fucking reason? He might as well just get that fucking pink Cadillac and just start selling Mary Kay products. Just start selling, I don't know, what is Mary Kay? Makeup or Tupperware or some shit. You're gonna be a salesman. Just stop it. Since this stream is about buying subscribers and who's buying them, Whiskey Reaper's a pretty good candidate because he is so dumb, so unintelligent, so slack-jawed, drooling out of the side of his mouth. He's the one that would be dumb enough to buy subscribers. And I think early on he's purchased subscribers and it didn't work. And here's the reason for him and for all you guys watching and for all you people that point at other people and say, this guy's buying subscribers. This guy's buying subscribers. Buying subscribers would be the biggest hindrance to your channel possible. If anything, if I don't like you and I want your channel to fail, a good idea for me would be to buy you a bunch of subscribers. This is how buying subscribers works for YouTube. You go and you buy a bunch of subscribers. Say you buy 10,000 subscribers, 40,000, even 100,000. Now you got this big number to point at and say, look, I'm a real reviewer. I'm a real boy. Yay. And then your video comes out and 1,000 people watch it, but you have 100,000 subscribers. Guess what YouTube says? They say, wow, he's got 100,000 subscribers and only 1,000 of his subscribers watched him. That means we're not going to push his content out to anybody new. So when you buy subscribers, you have essentially handicapped your own channel, broke your own horse's leg, and you will never, ever be anything on YouTube because you've done that. And you've dug such a deep hole that now not only do you have to get a ton of real subscribers to kind of dig yourself out of that hole, then you have to get a ton more after that. You screw yourself buying subscribers. Anybody who does that is an idiot. And keep doing it so I can keep watching your channels just absolutely fail. But what Whiskey Reaper does do now, he buys viewers. He buys them in 30-minute and 1-hour intervals. If you don't believe me, and if you are strong enough to do it, because no weak man can do it, I cannot even do it. Go sit through a Whiskey Reaper live stream, and you can see 150 people watching with like 4 people commenting. Wait a minute, 150 people are watching, only 4 people commenting. That's your first red flag. And your second red flag is in 30-minute and 1-hour intervals, those numbers drop. On the hour, like there's 150 people watching. Now there's 70. 50 people just walked out at the exact 60th minute of the stream. Yeah, he's buying viewers. Did he buy subscribers? I don't know. He doesn't need to. Nobody needs to buy subscribers anymore because there's another cheap way to get them, and that's with shorts. And when you see people who likes making 30-second videos, I don't know, but buying shorts is like the laziest cheap shortcut to subscribers to get nothing out of it. Yeah, I remember Fat Gamer and Drone Crusher. They were fucking hilarious. And a lot of times they say some good shit. One of the reasons, I don't know if you remember me back then when I used to beef with Next Gen 720, where I used to just take like just bags of cash with like, $6-7 grand in it. Hey, look, I robbed him. He was one of the guys that told me, he's like, hey, I don't show nothing I got because that's just stupid. Some guy could think you got a lot of shit in your house and just try to jack you. That's why I never do that, or else I'd still be doing a lot of stupid shit like that. Like, have you seen them rappers like have a big stack of money like it's a phone? Like, he's one of the guys that got me off of doing stupid shit like that. Whiskey Reaper is Iranian cletus. I don't know. Reaper's very he's special. I think there's what is your IQ got to be special? Like under 80 or something? I think he's like at exactly 80. Like, he may be special. He may be able to function in society. He's like them special people that McDonald's hires to just wipe down tables and maybe sweep. What up, Darren? Danimal. I got another fragrance right here. This is, after all, a fragrance stream. We're not posers. I would talk about these decants, but the writing is too small. It's too small to read them. City Rhythms, Puerto Rico. I gotta tell you something. I bought this fragrance, pre-ordered it. I got an email saying, "Hey, we didn't get our boxes in time. You could wait 2 weeks, or you could just email me back that you don't care about the box." So I emailed him, "I don't care about the box." He sends me the fragrance, and I tell you, it's a little different. But he sends me the fragrance, and I said, "You know what? I'm liking this City Rhythms Austin because I got a 10 ml of that. Let me order that." I ordered it like a week ago, and shipping is slower than molasses over there at City Rhythms. I know it says on the website 7 days to process it and ship it out, so I'm patient. But hire somebody, goddammit. Ship that shit out already. But credit to Niles for his extremely expensive fragrances. I guess they can't be that expensive. 3 sprays of this is all you're going to need for the day. But very, very different fragrance. Not the fragrance I was expecting. Ton of lime. Smells like if you go to a flea market fruit stand and you smell all that fruit with the skin still on them, it smells like that. It becomes very milky. This is like the Puerto Rican version of La Nuit de l'Homme. Like, if it just, the whole time I was wearing it, I was like, man, this smells really good. If it just had cardamom in it, it'd be a good nighttime scent. It's like Nesquik made out of pineapple and mangoes and lime. It's very sweet, extremely strong. I made the mistake of wearing 9 sprays the first time I wore this. The next day I said, you know what? Let me drop it down to 7 sprays. At 7 sprays, you could just feel the thickness of the fragrance, the sweetness of it. It was still too much. I think I wore like 3 sprays the other day. That's the sweet spot. Puerto Rico. I mean, you got to give Niles credit. Every fragrance he makes, he swings for the fences and hits a home run most of the time, except for that Barcelona that he just released that smells fucking like spilled wine in an old Salvadorian restaurant. That's not going to be a 10 mil that I buy and then later on discover that I love it. That's just a no for me. That is the ultimate skip. Not ever going to buy it. He now makes a living off super chats and Streamlabs donations. That's just insane to me. To ask viewers for a donation. The thing is, I have enough watch hours that they're supposed to be paying me for ads and they're supposed to be allowing me super chats. But because I privated a bunch of videos, they're like, yeah, all those people that watched your videos, no, didn't happen. Like, what? Like, just because I won't let people watch them now, the people that watched them before apparently just don't exist, never happened. So they removed all those watch hours, and all the streams I take down, all those watch hours don't exist. That's why we're going to leave this one up. And I got to thinking, well, because all I see when I go to my YouTube studio, it's just this little bar, like a video game, like complete this level. So eventually I will complete a level where they allow super chats, but then I'm like, what the fuck would I do with that money? It just seems so cringy to go up in front of your audience and be like, donate me money. Like, I thought donations were for people with cancer or something. Maybe we'll get a little. I don't want to do charities like that, because then people could say, oh, you took all the money and you didn't give any to charity, and then you have to prove it. And I'm not trying to do all that shit. Or maybe I'll just allow the super chats and we'll just buy shit for the channel. Like fucking, I don't know. I'll let you guys pick. But I don't know. I would feel humiliated if like I needed something like a camera or just anything. And I was like, all right, you guys, I need you guys to pitch in so I can get this camera. I'd feel like a fucking bum, like a failure. I don't know how he does it with a straight face. And then you got scammers scamming people off of Bitcoin. I can't believe this guy Boogie. He sold this Bitcoin to scam. He scammed his viewers. He made. I'm trying to put this into words because he scammed so many innocent people out of just a ton of money. I'm talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars of money to get 10 grand for himself. Like, that's what you sold your soul for? 10 grand? 10 you could have just worked an extra hour a day at like work and came up with that kind of money. That just shows you how slimy and sleazy people are in this world. I couldn't do it for $1. I couldn't knowingly have you guys waste $1 for any kind of money. Fragrances that smell like a tropical island with coconut and pineapple. There's another fragrance from Genre Parfums called Win in Puerto Rico. I think it's so much different than this one. I don't know if I can say that it's better, but if you're looking for that tropical island feeling, that one's really good. Creed's Virgin Island Water is always very good. A lot of Tommy Bahama fragrances are good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with begging for super chat. There's something. Look at his beard now. Look at Mr. Smelly's beard. It went from like brown and gray, black and gray like this, and like now it's like orange. Like I think he wanted some beard dye, but he just went to the clearance rack and that was the color that they had for sale. Nobody will notice I have an orange beard and black blonde hair. Is his hair black now? I mean, poor Mr. Smelly. I feel sorry for the guy now. If my original channel had never been flagged, who knows how many thousands of subscribers it would have. Maybe like 20,000, 15, 20,000. I still gain subscribers the same way. I'll get 100 subscribers and then 10 of them will be like, I hate what you said. I'm unsubscribing and I'll never watch you again. I had some video. I don't know when people leave because it just shows you the ones you gain. So if I gain 100 and 10 people leave, it just shows I gained 90. It doesn't show like, I don't even think it shows that I didn't gain 100. It just shows what you gained. So when these people unsubscribe, like, I don't fucking know. I don't pay that close of attention. But I saw this one video. I think it's the John Lowe one where these brokies just are so upset that their fragrance smells like Pine Sol. And it does. Believe me, it does. They got so upset that they were like, this is a sick man and I'm unsubscribing and I will never subscribe again. Like there was a few of them and I'm just like, number one, like, really? I could see if like, this guy puts up too many videos or this guy's boring. Well, no, you called my favorite fragrance Pine Sol. I'm leaving and never coming back. It's scary that, and these are men. They call themselves men. These are men with this kind of emotional immaturity that say, "You don't like my fragrance, I'm leaving. I hate you. I'm never coming back. Don't let the front door hit you where the good Lord split you." You know, I think the best strategy for me now is like I think I have almost every fragrance out there that I want. There's nothing left from Tom Ford for me. There's nothing left from Roja for me. There's nothing left from Parfum Zamari. Like literally, I'm on like the last thing Parfum Zamari makes for men. Uh Haltane. I have a little bit of trouble pulling the trigger on Haltane because I got Suspiro's Tenor, which smells very similar to it. So there's nothing left from Parfum Zamari. Everything else that's left is like rose based fragrances. Um, I have every Zaharoff. There's nothing left for me from Zaharoff until he makes something new. I'm pretty much at the point where I'm just getting, I'm just completing collections at this point. Like I went, I had some of these Sphinx fragrances, and I went through the collection. I may complete that at some point, but I did find this. Hey, look at this George right there. As a matter of fact, like when George gets that 4 ounce citrine released, I'll probably just pick up that, and then I just pick up a backup bottle of the signature Habdon. I heard about Habdon. Eh, I got Darley. Darley's really good, but I found this thanks to Robes Chopard. This Chopard collection. I smelled this. I said, "God damn, this smells the way Oud Mineral makes me feel when I wear it, except that one's it's a weird smell. It's a very weird smell. It's like this weird oud and like salty water. But I feel a certain way when I wear it. And this smells like that feeling, like super clean and put together. It's got a little tea in it. It's got a little wood in it. I love it. So I think I'm just gonna knock out like one of these fragrances a week until I get the whole just completely blind buying them. They got a bunch of stuff. They got a bunch of cheap fragrances too. These ones are only about $100. So I'm pretty much just running out of stuff to buy. Like I'm just waiting to put a dent in this to get the Chanel Sycamore. Everything from Louis Vuitton I have. I don't. There's nothing Louis Vuitton has left. The stuff I have is overpriced, let alone the stuff that I think is just okay. Meteor. I'll probably get Meteor. The wife seems to like Meteor. To me, it just smells like a twist on imagination. City of Stars. I tried that. I wasn't impressed. It's just it seems like just a bunch of Mandarin orange. For that, I'll just get the. I'm just waiting on the giant bottle of citrine. Uh, what else is left? That on the beach, it pretty much just smells like the musks of like afternoon swim. That's kind of a, yeah. I'm not really interested in that. What is the other one? There's City of Stars. There's some other one too. It smells like a chick. I'm not gonna get that one either. The only Louis Vuitton left for me to try. Hopefully, with these 2 bottles I got coming, they'll finally put in the right sample. The Ombre Nomad, because I got the clone, and the clone just smells okay, but I got a feeling the real one might smell better. Yeah, you know what else I'm getting into? Is I'm getting into who's making these fragrances like Claude Deer and like Alberto Marias. Is that his name? Alberto Marias. I'm noticing Alberto Marias. He makes a lot of like rack store designer stuff. And like this is like the only kind of expensive stuff that I smelled that from him that was good. He made like Jeremy Fragrance Office. So I'm starting to get in a who actually makes these fragrances. Quentin Biche, that name. He makes a lot of Paco Rabanne stuff. I forgot who the name was of the guy that makes all the Louis Vuittons. I like his stuff. Alberto Gorillas. Alberto Gorillas, Alberto Tortillas. He's a man of many names. Many names. I tell you, there's a guy. People always are like, well, who do you watch? I watch a lot of Robes and this guy Sebastian. And I was shocked when Sebastian crapped all over this fragrance. Habit Rouge, L'Instinct. He crapped it all over a Guerlain. And then I wore it. And it's not good. It's not good. He was right. It's not that it smells bad. It smells pretty good for an hour. And then it just smells like nothing. It's one of those fragrances where like a molecule where people say, oh, it's your skin chemistry. Trust me, the smell is there. And like it isn't. It's just all aquatics. What is it? Cologne or something? That stuff that's supposed to smell aquatic. That's all this fragrance is. Guerlain's only stinker. Yeah, I can't wait to try that citrine. I went out and I bought a bunch of soaps and body washes today. I bought I like wearing the soap that goes with the fragrance. That's why I like citrine, because the body balm and the shower gel, it makes that fragrance last all day. I went and bought one that smells like tobacco vanille. I bought a soap. Jacques Cavalier does most of Louis Vuitton stuff. There you go. Yeah, all the Louis Vuittons are the same. That's why I like Lovers so much. Trust me, you gotta get your hands on this fragrance. It's like Chanel Sycamore with some balls to it, with some sharp sandalwood. Buy a Creed soap on the boutique. That Louis Vuitton shop is funny, and so is Creed. Because I was looking for a Creed atomizer. Because I have little empty atomizers that I take with me. But I wanted the official Creed one. And they wanted like $200 for that thing, for a fucking atomizer, for a fucking those atomizers you get for like $5 from Amazon. They want like $200 for those. Louis Vuitton has like special like a case for the Louis Vuitton. You know how much the case for the bottle of Louis Vuitton costs on their website? It costs $900 for the case of a bottle. these high-end luxury places are just out of control. It's funny because one day I was like, I want to go to the Gucci store. I want to sort all the shit from the lowest to highest, the price, so I can walk into the Gucci store and know what the fuck I'm looking into. The cheapest stuff was the fragrance. Until COVID happened and they start selling face masks, and that was the cheapest thing. Like the cheapest thing you're gonna find at Louis Vuitton or anywhere else is the fragrance. Everything else is thousands of fucking dollars. I saw a Louis Vuitton a t-shirt I said, "That's nice. How much is that?" It was $1,024 for a t-shirt. I think in a week, oh, in a week or two, I am going to bite the bullet down. There's these sunglasses. They're called Louis Vuitton Evidence 1.1 Millionaires. They're like the regular millionaires, the square ones. I saw a pimp wearing them once. I want to get the square ones with the gold on the top right here. Yeah, those are insane prices. But I did end up getting a lot of these Sphinx fragrances. One of my favorites here is probably what is this? This is the fragrance from Aromatics, coconut daiquiri. Somebody said they wanted something for kind of an island smell. This smells like a lime daiquiri, very bright, very crisp. You feel like you're on an island wearing like a Tommy Bahama shirt with a nice cold drink in your hand. This one is what is this one? See, this is one thing I don't like about the Sphinx fragrances. They don't have the name on the front. Sphinx Elixir. Oh, this is heaven. This is a nice, dark, kind of oody rose. Little spicy. What is this one right here? Oh, this one reminds me of that $800 Bodacia the Victorious fragrance Aqua Sapphire. Oh, it's like blue leather. Oh, it's amazing. This is probably the best thing Sphinx fragrances makes. This was the fragrance I wanted made for me from Dua. I knew it was just a matter of time before somebody else thought of this horchata. The only problem I have with this is that it leans a little feminine. Oh, that milky horchata. This is a first date from Sphinx. I had this idea of this kind of date night fragrance, and it does do that, but it's a lot lighter and fresher. And oh yeah, it's still pretty good. Pretty good. This a fragrance right here. I was on a real vanilla kick one week. I bought all kinds of vanilla stuff. I haven't worn this yet, but it smells like heaven. Ooh, that is a good, clean, light vanilla. Vanilla Azure. I think the more expensive ones have the stuff on the front here. Have have the name of the fragrance on the front here. That's what I like. I like these plaque ones. And then this one's their signature. I think this is the one you start with. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful signature scent. Lasts quite a while. It lasted me through the workday. I forgot what was in it. It smelled something like lavender and like it's probably not in it, but like a fruitiness. There's a fruity amberiness to it. That date night smells pretty goddamn good. You should go to Sphinx Fragrances and just get the little travel size. I think it's like $20. Take it for a ride. This one right here, I got a fragrance and I sprayed it on a card. I said, "Wow, this smells amazing. This smells like like a beautiful kind of thick, creamy vanilla, almost like a caramel. And I wore it, and it smelled good, but it's a little. You gotta be in the mood to wear this Cairo Nights. This another house where I'm pretty much done collecting from them. I may get Black Anubis. I'm running out of stuff to buy here, but I will slowly knock out these chopards. That's another thing I don't like about the chopards. Look at this. The bottles look beautiful. Look at this bottle, but the cap isn't tight on them. And if it's magnetic, like the cap is so heavy, like you can't really tell. So grabbing it from the cap is out of the question. It'll stay on. But yeah, they could do something about those caps. You got to kind of push it down there to. I don't like the caps. They look nice though. I did finally replace my tobacco vanille, my Tom Ford. That was another thing I had to do. I had it in one of these. I had it in one of these, and after taking this off and on and stuff, like they twist off. See, so after wearing it several times, this kind of twisted off, and I set it in my box of decants, and like half of it leaked out. And for a good couple of weeks, I had the best smelling box of decants ever. It smelled amazing. And then sadly, the all the air just sitting out there with air kind of made the fragrance go bad after a couple of years. And you don't want to smell tobacco vanille when it goes bad. Just think of the vanilla being almost eliminated and like the tobacco becoming stale and almost eliminated, and those dry fruits just becoming just so metallic and nasty. It was unwearable. I had to throw the bottle away. And then I finally got the full 100 ml of it. 100 ml. The 100 mLs were hard to find of that tobacco vanille, believe it or not. There's 50 mLs everywhere, but the hundreds are a little tougher. You know what? I got mine from a discounter, but that would be very interesting because somebody said something and I said, you know what? The best thing to do from any house, whether it's like Zerjoff, Roja, is to when they have a discovery set, they cost a little more than if you would buy the decants. But if you can find these sites and they have a discovery set, I think I looked on the Chopard website. They sell like watches or something. Like I don't want to navigate through all that stuff to find the fragrance. But if you like a house, go directly and just pay the extra money and get their discovery set. Because that discovery set from I got from Roja, I know so much about that house now. I know what to buy, what not to buy, what stuff they make just for influencers and YouTube, and stuff they make for the absolute rich people. Those are completely different fragrances. Their Oud collection is like completely that is very Middle Eastern. So just buy the discovery set. Trust me, like I knew after that Rosa set, like Sphinx sent me so many samples, it was like a discovery set. Uh Louis Vuitton sent me so many samples, it was like a discovery set. The wrong every time they let you pick the samples, and I always pick them, they always give me the wrong ones. They always give me the one I ordered, and then like one I didn't even order. So I've tried quite a bit. Yeah, I bought. People are always asking me about day three fragrances and how I came up on day three fragrances. I bought a discovery set from them. It was like I think it's like 25 or 30 bucks. And that 30 bucks went to like the first bottle I bought of them. They let they gave you like that gift certificate to buy it back. So I ended up buying like, I don't know, 3 or 4 bottles from them. Like discovery sets are just the absolute way to go. I'm sorry, any dudes out there that this ruins their love of buying 2 ml decants and reviewing them, but get the discovery set. It's just the way to go. You know, day 3 is amazing. Yeah, I loved. A lot of people don't like deja vu. Something called deja vu. It doesn't smell like a '90s mall, first of all, but it does smell like a little bit of a cotton candy smell. Their tacita de cafe is an absolute masterpiece. Uh, Del Mar, I think it is. It smells like a city on the coast out here. It's a great scent memory for me. Super light and fresh. I think there might be one other one too. I can't remember. And there was one other fragrance. This is the problem with these companies, and they think they're getting their name out there by giving influencers bottles. You got to be careful. You can't just give any influencer a bottle. I mean, you can't give fragrance douche a bottle and think that's gonna make me excited to go buy it. If anything, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you gave it to that guy." I'm just gonna avoid it. But there's a fragrance. It's from Ex Nihilio. It's called Blue Talisman. I came so close to buying that bottle the other day. It was like I couldn't find one for less than like $300, $350. I think on what is it? Saks Fifth Avenue? I think they have it for $300. But I could not find it any cheaper than that. And because of these showfluencers that somehow either got the bottle for free or they seen bigger influencers have the bottle and I want to jump on that and bought a decant of it or bought a bottle of it. They're just a complete turnoff, and which is why it took so long for me to even have any interest in it. The only reason I have any interest in it is because finally it landed in the hands of somebody that doesn't know even what shills are. The guy is a friend of Ross's. He's a wrestler in the WWE. What is it? What name does he go under? Like the Nigerian Giant? Like almost that? Yeah, he started a channel and he pulled out. I swear, man, it was like this guy is like a fucking Jonathan or like a Ramsey. He just pulled out this shit I'd never heard of. Classy shit. I'm like, damn, this dude is like a legit connoisseur of fragrances. And he pulled out that blue talisman. I said, well, maybe I am missing out. If he's got it and he vouches by it, he don't know what he don't got a free fucking bottle in his collection. He don't got he don't know. He didn't even know what a shill is, probably. If he vouches for it, then at least I gotta try it. So I got a decant of that coming. And if it's good, 300, 350, for whatever the fuck it retails for, I'll just go buy it if it's that good. Almost. Yeah, he's got a channel up now. And I think it's hilarious. Like he started a channel in a day, he has like 4,000 subscribers already. Just one day, one video. He's more than a frag head. He's got stuff from houses I've never heard of. Never. There was some video I was watching, like a 3 hour long video from Ramsey, and he just starts pulling stuff out. And he pulls out this bottle. He goes, this smells like Roche's Oceania, but it's only like $40 and it's like a real vintage fragrance. He's like, it's a vintage fragrance, but you can still find it on eBay. Almost pulls stuff out like that. His name is the Giant Connoisseur. I gotta shave down some of these subscriptions I have. Some of these guys haven't made videos in years. That is not even the real Andrew Tate. Fragrance Fight Night. What was he doing on there in the first place? Where is this guy? The Giant Connoisseur, all one word. 4,500 subscribers, 2 videos. Damn, what is that? He has like a it's like a green Guerlain. What the hell is that? Yeah, he had some pretty decent stuff. See if he's got a title. I'm sure Ross will coach him up on how to put all these fragrances in the description and stuff. He pulled out a Michael Malou. he It's one of the Michael Malous that nobody's aware of because Gent Sense doesn't push it. It's like it's one of the numbered line that they have. Katoret Blue. He had that one. Man, all his stuff, when he pulls it out, has huge dents in it. I guess this dude being like 8 foot tall, he's got to like spray like just gallons of it on. Everything he had a big old dent in it. Chaos Fragrances needs a new name. The giant shill of fragrance of the fragrance community. I don't even know if I'm subscribed to him anymore because his face, his channel, and his content is such a fucking no watch for me. Like his videos probably show up in my feed, but my brain is so used to skipping them, like I don't even see them anymore. Yeah, he did give that away. Yeah, he's a good dude. I hope his channel blows up. I hope Ross could step in and coach him up a little bit. Ross knows how to build a channel. Give him some pointers. That don't recommend stuff does not work at all. I've hit don't recommend on fragrance dude like 3 or 4 times already. And it's like I know that I don't know him personally, but I kind of have had interactions with the guy that owns Benba Fragrances, and that guy's a cool dude. But the way this guy like three times in my feed with different Venba sales, it's like God, stop trying to sell me stuff. It's gone from hey, you guys, there's a cool shit. There's a cool sale on Joma Shop right now. You can get all these parfums to Marley's. It's one thing to do that, but after you've seen that they do it every month, like, come on, you're not a noob no more. You don't have an excuse for doing a lot of this stupid crap and like really pushing Venba sales. I don't know why. It's just insane to me. Like, I thought you had a decent job. Like, why are you so hard up for money that you would embarrass yourself like this? Because it's so embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for the guy. I'm embarrassed for a lot of these people that stoop down to such a level. Like, I'm sure the ShamWow guy and these they have their place, but they're like on television. They're like pushing like an actual product. You're just pushing like shit you've never smelled, shit you have no stake in. You're not getting paid but a few dollars from every bottle. And trust me, I actually bought a bottle from Venba. Like I said, I like the guy that runs Venba. So I bought a bottle of Grease Charnel. I certainly didn't buy it through anybody's link. I am when I see those links, unless it's somebody I actually like support, like I do not click on their affiliate links. I would never click on a Chaos Fragrance affiliate link. Now, if you want to make a code, Chaos 10, where I buy anything I want from that store, I got no problem with that. Thank you. As a matter of fact, uh, when I buy stuff from City Rhythms, I use Cuba 10. You get 10% off. When I go to Max Aroma, I use who do I use? For some reason, there's this code Mr. Clean 22 that seems to be working on stuff that's not on sale. I might even use Erica 10 or 20 if that damn code ever worked. Never works. I think it only works on Zerjoff. But if you want to have a code like that, that's awesome. I'll not only use it, let that put some money in your pocket for giving me a discount. But the shilling of individual fragrances, it's just ridiculous. I heard about that. He couldn't disclose what European site he orders hard to find stuff from because influencers have to make sure they have access to. That is the stupidest. That is against everything, every reason I am on here making content. That he doesn't want you guys to have it. That he wants to be the first. That is ridiculous. And I'm not picking on the guy. I'm not. This ain't towards him specifically. Any influencer that feels they gotta hide a discounter because nobody heard of Aura fragrances until I put them on blast. Now there's no Creeds. I was getting whole flacons of Creed for like $380, $400. I said, you know what? Let me share this with some people. I even shared it with that idiot fucking Whiskey Reefer. I said, let me share it so you guys can get all the Creeds and all the perfumes tomorrow. Now they ain't got shit, but that's okay. Because I can find these deals all day. And that's a damn shame for any influencer to say something stupid like this is, I'm sorry, this is stupid. Influencers have to make sure they have access to it. That's so stupid. Listen, it's going to hurt some people's feelings. That is gatekeeping personified. I'm going to explain something that's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. And because it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, I have to preface it with this idiotic nonsense that I always have to do it with. I'm not rich. I'm not a fucking millionaire. I'm not a giant influencer. If you got enough money, you have access to everything. Everything. And unless fragrances are starting to come out at like $2,000 or $3,000 a pop, if you can't afford the newest shit, like that's your fucking problem. I mean, if you really want to talk about, I don't know what's on that site he's talking. Is he talking about News Parfums, or has he found Sabina or Harrods or some? I don't know what site he's talking about. Probably something he found on a Google search and thinks he's on, he's in the industry. I don't know what site he's talking about, but that's just stupid. Knows Paris. Yeah. I found News Parfums from that guy, so I don't know why he's hiding it now. But I tell you guys about it all day. I found a house. It's a fucking amazing house. I cannot believe this house existed and I didn't know about. I've heard about one of them. I didn't know they had an entire line. It's called what is it called? Let me get the exact name of it. This site right here, this house right here, it's called Caron. I smelled some bangers from this house. I smelled that. I think that's the EDT Porun Homme de Caron. I bought that. I bought that Lesour. I bought the new Parfum, and I bought one that comes in a brown bottle. I forgot the name of that. It had some weird name. It was called Aimez Moi Comme Jesus. It's in a brown bottle. I bought that one too. Like right off the rip. Just 4 straight bottles from that house. 4 masterpieces. Masterpieces. If you love lavender, this is like the cleanest, richest, most gorgeous lavender. Vintage, still sweet, beautiful. There's another one too. It's called like Let 3 or something. Someone 3 on it. That one's amazing. That one I can't find. I cannot believe that his entire fan base didn't just turn on him after saying such a fucking stupid thing. Like, wait a minute, let me get this straight. If you're not on YouTube to share your hobby and to share this stuff that you're buying with people, what is your purpose here? Is your purpose to what? To become an influencer? If that's your purpose, I don't want to support that. Now, go get a job. Is your purpose of what? You're an attention whore? You want likes and subscribers and look at me, look at me. No, I'm not supporting that. If you want me to support that, you're gonna have to pull up on a couch and pay me to be your therapist at like $200 an hour. So I don't understand what your purpose is. My purpose is like I'm still kind of new to this, so I discover things and I share my discovery. You should enjoy watching like this guy right here, like who really don't know a lot. Is like, oh, this smells like soap. This is amazing. Now it's a little different because now I've smelled like thousands of things, but there's still that discovery that I'm still doing. So what this guy's purpose is clearly, I want to be an influencer. I want companies to use me in my audience and to become a salesman. I want affiliate links. I want to be a real influencer. I want affiliate links that you click on and I make a few dollars a bottle. And there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. And saying, no, 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 not News Parfums and not Nose Paris. That's where I get my stuff from. No, 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 no. But here's 83 Venba sales I want you to go check out. Yeah, go buy this stuff. That's fucking stupid. Oh, I know you know about it, Anush. You've probably known about this house for years. The third man, yeah. It's crazy because when you go on News Parfums and you translate it to English, like it don't have the real names on them. Like it don't say Amis Comme Jesus. It says the third man, and like the green ones say like man of the night or something, some weird shit. Those Luciano colognes are all equally close. That Lemensite smells as close to that what is it called? Magnitude. That magnitude is as close to Lemensite as that sunset swim is to afternoon swim. They're beautiful fragrances. Even if you even if you just take out that it's a clone, take that out of your head. It's a clone of afternoon swim. It's a clone. If you were to just smell these fragrances and not know what they were, you'd be like, damn, that's a really good fragrance. What is that? Like $100? Like they're really good. I don't I don't buy a lot of stuff from Max Aroma anymore. I did buy my backup of Dolce& and Gabbana, the one from them. I got it for $58, that giant bottle. You seen what I dwindled down my the one to because I had got a carded sample of this. And I said, you know what? It's been a few years since I wore it. Let me try the carded sample. The carded sample smelled absolutely amazing. And I said, this is a good opportunity for me to see if my 14-year bottle has went bad, if any notes had died down from it. Because reformulations and stuff, also to see if there's a reformulation. I mean, I think that the new stuff smells just like a tad stronger. But other than that, they're like the exact scent. This bottle has still held up pretty well. It's a beautiful fragrance and one I don't ever want to run out of. I almost wore it today, but I had to test this the scent elixir. Ooh. The scent elixir. I don't know why it's not gotten more attention. You know why it hasn't gotten more attention? Because there's only 3 notes listed in the Fragrantica, and these influencers, they don't they're not going to sit there describing 3 notes. They don't know what there's more than 3 notes in this fragrance, but they know so little. They're so dependent on Fragrantica that now they'll have this bottle of the scent elixir in front of them, and I don't know what it's in it. Lavender, sandalwood. There's a chili pepper on it. That's all their video will be. That's probably why it's not as popular. Yeah, that's a good house, and I can only find stuff from them either on Mercari or from France, and I'd rather just get it from France from News Parfums. I got like 3 of those from News Parfums, and that Lesour I got from eBay. I got that Lesour for like $50. Oh, that's amazing. I think Lesour is better than all the other ones. The scent magnetic. It smells like there's some kind of fruit. What is the name of that fruit? Manica fruit or something. Munaka? Munaka fruit? I don't know, some kind of fruit in it. It's a very distinctive smell. And this is not listed in the notes, but the scent elixir smells like that kind of fruit with more woodiness, more sandalwood. It smells like there's a little, maybe even a little like labdanum in it, the little spiciness to it, the chili pepper, and then the lavender really hit me because I'm smelling this kind of like the Boss Magnetic smell, this labdanum, and then I smell like a little soapiness. I was like, where did that soapiness come from? And then, oh shit, it's me. So it's a very unique smell. It's like magnetic, but more of an upscale version. And magnetic, that Manaka fruit or whatever the hell it is. If you like that, that's way more pronounced in that fragrance. They're both winners. I did. Maybe you could help me out on this, Anuj. I did go looking for a vintage Paco Rabanne from Enchante Perfumes. I didn't see a vintage one. Apparently, there's different vintages. So if you were to come across one, you just let me know. Unikies. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It sounds like one of these shill brands. I'm very careful about the shill brands because I mean not burned, but like I've looked into them, like just like I've looked into Zerjoff and like, wow, there's 100, there's like 200 Zerjoff fragrances, and like three of them are good. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna hit you up with that. You just tell me which one's the best vintage. Because there's all it was so complicated. Like there was a bunch of different vintages. Some have like a metal sticker or a metal cap, and some are different. You just tell me what the best vintage is. Dua has some good stuff. I'm just more into the hybrids that they make. I just got a little sample pack. Fatboy Fragrances running a little special buy two get one free. So I was finally able to try the house. He swears by this house, so I'm gonna finally try it. Ooh, I am interested in that. I am interested in that. But yeah, I finally got some a little sample pack from Fatboy Fragrance from the House of Mirror Images. They're like a clone house, but they make a lot of hybrids. So I just picked like six kind of random fragrances that I have. But as far as Duas has a great scent. It's the best thing. I swear this is the best thing they make. It's called Azure Supernova 2.0. That's a really good summer scent. Before I got the full bottle of this, because there's a scent from BDK. It's called Cell d'Argent. I wore a good chunk of the Dua that I had, and then one day and they vaulted it. So when it got unvaulted, I said, "Man, I'm gonna buy like 4 bottles of that." So 4 bottles of it, it's like $120, and you can buy the real Cell d'Argent for like 130. So I just went with the real one. But if you just want a little bit of it, they make a insanely good clone of Cell d'Argent. Smells identical. They make a good clone of. I think the clone's better than the original, and it certainly lasts longer. They make a great clone of that Edition Blanche from Chanel. Their their uh, their Louis Vuitton clones are very spot on, except for Afternoon Swim. They kind of shit the bed on that one. The other ones are pretty good, and they make a hybrid. It's called Vast. What's it called? What is it called? Something vastness of citrus. It's like a hybrid of Lamentate and Aqua de Gio. That stuff smells amazing. What is the name of that one? Dua makes great stuff, but I don't know what the fuck happened to them. They they went on this like weird, like we want to make everything a drink. We want to make everything that has milk in it, and like everything they released is just it's called Essence of Vast Citrus Water. That shit smells amazing. There's a good it's called The Shit. It's a vintage jupe jupe poro. That smells really good. They got a lot of winners. Their tobacco vanille is good. Their oud wood. Their oud wood is like I have a real hard time recommending the real oud wood over it because this one just it performs like crazy. It's almost like a oud wood but at a higher oil concentration. Their Chanel Boy I got rid of. Their YSL tuxedo is really good. I lived off their tuxedo clone for like 2 years before I bought the real one of there. It just for sentimental reasons, it was hard to give it up. They got an extrait of Zelda Argent? What? Yeah, that smells like it smells like suntan lotion and citrus and very smooth. It's very like let me see what's in it. It's been a while since I wore it. I think there's coconut in it, but it does smell like suntan lotion. Go to Fragranica here, like a big time influencer. Look at that bottle. BDK makes some nice. I love their bottles. Salt, grapefruit, and bergamot. You definitely get that, and then you get like this yellow, creamy floral. I don't see coconut in here. It has a it's very coconut smell to it. Yeah, it smells like a bright, expensive suntan lotion. I also got one that's called Velvet Tonka from BDK. Man, I love that fragrance, but it smells like a chick. It's the Tonka's beautiful. It smells like there's another fragrance called like Tonka Cola or something from it's got like that beautiful Tonka in it, but then it like hits like the last stages of the final dry down of that Tonka Cola, like powdery. Like it smells like more of a woman's fragrance. That's a fragrance that I'm just gonna have to wear to bed. The only discount code I know about for Venba is if you sign up for their newsletter, I think you get like 5% off the first time. BDKs are expensive. You're better off going to discounters where you can find them for like $100, $130. I just paid 140 for Grease Charnel, and now they're on sale for like 120. The testers on Venba. I seen that, and I seen the X straight come out, and like I saw this video, and I was like, "Oh man, that's so disappointing." there was a content creator, and he said, I'm really interested in this Grease Charnel from BDK, but all the other influencers are telling me that the X straight is better. And me personally, I would hear that and be like, I'm gonna try this first one where it started, and then later on, if I like it, go buy it. He skipped that first one and went straight to whatever the hell influencers told him. I was like, oh man, you just missed out on like a whole experience here. Like that artist had a vision that first time, and you just completely hopped right over it for the part two. I think it's Nordstrom's that has that YSL myself. That new YSL myself parfum. I love getting stuff new. Like if I go to Macy's, like if it was at Macy's, I'd go drive down to get it. I wouldn't drive down just to make a video, just to be the first. What would be the point? Like I'd have to spend time with the fragrance, so I ain't gonna be the first anyways. Like the only point of wanting to be the first is you want to take a shortcut and shortchange your viewers and give them just a half-ass first impression. Call it a review, I'm sure. And even if it's just a first impression, I mean, what do I want to see? What would I want to see your first impression of YSL myself? Like, why would I want to see you just sniff it? You know how many fragrances I've. That's why I don't do first impressions no more. I did a first impression of Krista CEO's fragrances. I thought they smelled pretty good. You know what they smelled like when I wore them? Car air fresheners. I think to me, a first impression is wearing it a few days. Like for me to just open shit up and like fucking smell it, and like this is what I think. Like there's no point to it anymore. That's why I don't do it. Like that Louis Vuitton I showed you, I wore it twice. I got a pretty good bead on what that fragrance is. But before I make a video on it, I think I'm going to wear it a couple of more times. Because this is it's an odd fragrance. Everybody, when I asked them about it, like my wife goes crazy for this fragrance. She said, money be damned. Go buy that shit immediately. And I did. Everybody that's tried it has went crazy. But it's a very odd smell. I don't know if you've smelled galbanum. Galbanum with sandalwood. Like it's just, I don't know, but it works. Another thing about these influencers, you notice when I searched Louis Vuitton, all the free bottle brigade is as Robes calls them. I noticed a lot of them didn't have no Louis Vuitton videos. You know, it's just crazy. Does Louis Vuitton give free bottles? I really don't know, because if they did, I mean, they missed a lot of people. Yeah, what'd you think of that, lovers? There's a fragrance that I also looked up that not a lot of people were talking about. I think it's the best stuff Louis Vuitton makes. It's called Nouveau Monde. Oh, it smells. This smells like something you wear on like your anniversary or something, like something really special. Beautiful, like sweet rose with like this oud. It almost gives it like a fine wine smell to it. It's just so special occasion. It's just when I want to feel like $1 million billion, like that's what I'm gonna spray on. That ombre nomad, I won't know till I get the real stuff in my hand, but to me, that smelled like the cheap version of that Nouveau Monde, like the the Latafa version. You know what? I'm gonna end this stream pretty soon, but I got one more thing to show you. It is fucking hilarious, and it's another way to expose these Latafa fanboys. Hold on a second. I'm gonna show you guys something. This is just the absolute funniest shit ever. You're gonna see this fragrance. It's gonna be pushed by a lot of these. It's been pushed by Jensense and some other people. These guys at it's called Latafa's Pisa, like the Tower of Pisa. And you know, the thing is with Latafa, people always talk about their amazing presentations. Like, it's only $30. I think I paid like $30 for this. And for the most part, they got some nice presentations. But when I opened this and I heard about these influencers talking about how great the presentation was for this fragrance and how great the fragrance was, first of all, the fragrance is garbage. Do you like a bunch of cheap bergamot? Because spicy bergamot? Because that's all this is. This is in no way, shape, or form an afternoon swim clone or even twist. Get that out of your head. There's some of that in here, but just forget about it being an alternative for afternoon swim. It's garbage. This is $30, but they said, "Oh, the presentation." When I first got this fragrance, I laughed when I opened it. It made me laugh. I opened it, started laughing. Amazing presentation. Look at the presentation. It's got this box. Look how it opens up. Come on. This is ridiculous. It's stupid. Like, why, Latafa? Why did you need to make it this? Why do I need it to open up like this? Imagine having this sitting there on the shelf like this. Like, come here, try it out. Ah! And the bottle. How much did they waste making this bottle, which weighs like, gotta weigh like 2 pounds? Latafa Pride. I didn't throw away that box just to show you how hilarious it was. Let me smell this. It's like afternoon swim with just a ton of cheap bergamot on top of it. I mean, if I found this at Ross for like $20 and I bought it, I'd be pretty happy with it. But like to go seek this out, oh, now that rindy bergamot's kicking in. You know what? Forget even the rack store. Now I'm remembering why I hated this so much. Yeah, it's that Middle Eastern twist. Garbage. This is garbage. You know, for like a brief, did you see my face? For a brief second, I was like, I might have to eat my words. This does smell like afternoon swim. And then that nasty bergamot came in and ruined it. Fucking Latafa. I think I think there's some billionaire out there that owns Lattafa, and he only makes fragrances to fuck with me personally. He's probably losing money hand over fist, and just he follows my channel and just says, "I'm gonna make some shit that smells good in the opening," and just absolutely just mind fucks this guy, and that's what he's done with the fucking all these Lattafas. You know the best part of that Club de Nuit oud. I love all the Club de Nuits except for the original, the intense, that garbage. This stuff is just no good. God damn it! And it's so strong. Like God damn it! If only it smelled good and it was that strong. But all the Armoffs are good except for that Club de Nuit Intense, which the entire community was just dead set into convincing people that it was good. When every perfumer that's ever smelled it said it's made of cheap garbage. Now there's actual good clones of Aventus that just absolutely take a dump all over that Club de Nuit Intense. That's the only one I don't like out of the line. All the rest are really good. And that oud, the best part of that oud is when you had a bunch of lazy influencers talking about this smells like Herba Pura. You know, if you wore it, it might open up a little bit like it, but it's a completely different fragrance. It's a good fragrance. It's a steal for I don't know how much you got it for. I think I paid like $60 like the day it came out. It's a great fragrance. That whole Armoff Club de Nuit line is good. If you skip the intense and just go straight to the limited edition parfum, all that line, the iconic, the what is it? What is that? There's a bunch of them. The one in the red bottle that smells like Baccarat Rouge. Baccarat Rouge. That's the only entertaining thing Curly Fragrance has ever done. It's just the way she pronounces Baccarat Rouge. Lattafa Carid Alferson. Oh, is it that nasty square bottle? Let me look that up. Oh, yeah, that stuff is nasty. I had that stuff. I sold it the same day I got it in the mail. That stuff is disgusting. That stuff smells like you ever smell new car smell? New car smells amazing. If you're buying a new car, you don't necessarily want to wear that. It smells like the dashboard of a brand new car if they wanted the dashboard to be made of pineapple. It's like such a disgusting plasticky pineapple smell. Like when I smelled it, the first 10 seconds of it, I smell, ooh, that's some good pineapple. And then like every second after that was just torture. And then I tried to wear it and it was just disgusting. It was the same thing. That fragrance is horrible. I see people saying what a great fragrance this is. I just wonder what the hell they like about it because it smells disgusting. It does smell like pineapple. It smells like a can. You know, when I buy those canned fruits, I always buy the ones in water. I don't want any syrup in them or any sugar. That that fragrance, the pineapple in it, smells like the cheapest, not even great value pineapple. Like there's some grocery stores that get like all the leftovers from like every other grocery store. Whatever the cheapest brand is in like a grocery outlet, whatever the cheapest brand is with extra syrup, double syrup, that's what that pineapple smells like. That cheap bottom of the can pineapple. It was a blind buy for me too. It was a blind buy. That's the thing with that fragrance. You have to be blind. No, nobody smells a decan of it and says that's pretty good. Give me a whole bottle of that. That's why they're all blind buys. It's disgusting fragrance. And because that fragrance was so disgusting, they came out with one in a white bottle. Like, I didn't even try it. It's absolute disgusting. A lot of this Lattafa crap is disgusting. I have another fragrance. It's called a Oud for Glory. Al Baid. And I've smelled Haltane. I've smelled Oud for Greatness. I've smelled, I have Tenor. They're all three in the same vein. I have another one from Afnan. It's called like something intense oud, and it's supposed to be a clone of like oud for greatness. I smelled everything. That oud for glory that everybody swears is like, oh my god, guys, it's so great. They do smell alike. They do. They all smell like each other. But unfortunately, Oud for Glory is the worst smelling of all those. There's one thing they have in that. It's like an insane amount of black pepper in it. If it just didn't have all that black pepper, it would smell wonderful. I don't even think there's black pepper in the fragrance. I just think they're using like the world's shittiest saffron. It's horrible. It's horrible. It sits on my fireplace. I don't want it. I don't want it infiltrating. You know, one bad apple spoils the bunch. I don't want that crappy fragrance spoiling the rest of my good fragrances. So I segregate it to the fucking fireplace mantle. Supremacy and Oud. Yeah, it's that brown bottle. That's good. Even that is like a little challenging. Like if I wear it in public, it's just only a couple sprays, but I like it. It smells good. But that Oud for fucking glory, you said it. You said it right there. Oud for glory hole, and you don't know what is on the other end of that hole. It's something. Who makes that shit? I think it's a sister company of Lattafa. They stuck that right through that hole, and somebody got a surprise in their eye. A surprise of pepper. It's disgusting. But 1,000 YouTubers have pushed it because it's only $20. Yeah, Initio is a house where everything I've smelled, musk therapy, side effect, oud for greatness, everything I smelled like really good for $100. And then I saw the price tag of like $300. I'm like, no. They're a sister company to Parfums de Marly. I think what they do with Initio is they try these scents as Initios, and if they're popular, they make the Parfums de Marly. Like they made Oud for Greatness, and then they came out with Haltane. Oud for Greatness was popular. Oh, people like it. Let's make the Haltane now. Haltane is a superior fragrance. That's a fragrance that it's so hard to find because it's Heritage exclusive, or else I'd probably have it now. But honestly, I think I'm set with Tenor from Suspiro, another clone. It's like these are all clone houses cloning each other. I think Haltane's a little better because it has some praling in it. It's not as much as that spicy kick. All right, I gotta go. We didn't get too crazy in here. We're actually gonna leave the stream up. We're gonna soak in those view hours, those watch hours. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys.